evening, everyone. This is Don. Kingdom 592. It is during UaC today. Why is my phone buzzing? Let's get out of here. Your wall defenses have been reduced to 0. They actually used a gunpowder on me. That was just stupid. Okay, hold on here. Here's a good question. Where is my game? Screen 1. Well, holy hell. We're seeing the background, but we're not seeing the foreground. Control-Alt-Delete. I love it when Windows does an update every Saturday before I go live. There is always some new. I did this a month ago. I hadn't had a chance to tune everything, and what's bad is I'm about to freaking do everything again because I can hear the echo in this room now. I just got my the stuff moved out of my place in here, and the wow, like nothing's working like it's supposed to. What the hell? Okay, properties. How about that? Done. Now let's launch the game. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh. No, but I didn't put it in there like that, so. Okay. Uh, got nothing really to talk about this evening. Yeah, I've all the I've been I've been chasing all the complaints over on the website. I don't want to say complaints, but I mean they're valid criticisms. The There's just only so much you can do in a certain period of time, right? But I actually got it set up to where you can actually view your notifications, see who responded to your forums, and it puts it all in one place like it's supposed to. Holy crap. We went live and like 1,200 people went on the website. You know what I ought to do is figure out some way to put the live on the website. I haven't done that yet. Ouch. Yeah. Hold on. We only got 2 viewers. Man, YouTube is hating the fact that I am promoting my website. They have been absolutely trashing my freaking reach on YouTube on purpose. Yeah. Which, this event, what? I'm looking at some of the questions on the thing. We have an entire society that speaks through a third party medium and then does not know how to talk in a manner so that someone understands the subject of your sentence. In March 2021, is it still not worth spending any money in this event? And the screen blocking is still a pain in the ass. I don't know what any of that means. All right. So I got to go chase down what video he was looking at the time he commented, because I only got a couple hundred of them. And he's looking at a video from 2 years ago and commenting today. How long is this video? It's not even a long one. I need to put it on film so that you understand why I thought that, because I didn't tell you that. All right. Let's go to YouTube. What we got going on here? Oh, yeah, I got ejected because the guy was a punk. Right? What he really did was waste his frickin' gunpowder ejecting me. I come back for free. They're out 600 gunpowder. Or is it 300? Just throwing shit at the wall here. Okay, so let's go to our live stuff. I still haven't got my stuff set up here. Manage. Think. Restrictions, non-march. I actually lowered the video quality output this time from last time based on a complaint from Google that I was sending them too much data. You know what? I don't have. Create. Done. Oh, look at that. I fill in my information. It starts to go up a little bit. All right. So we got new people joining us. Oh, I just got out of bed, man. And I still smell like wood barrel bourbon. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. We were dealing with the KR chaos again. Our KR chaos being that the video I've got up showing that they are downloading our locations, our bubble statuses, and we're having a problem with bubbles breaking prematurely. And I guess a lot of people are starting to see that problem. And that's not a bug. Problem with I could call it a bug if it just happened randomly in the middle of the night. But it's not a bug when it happens while a very particular scout castle happens to be sitting next to me to scout me 2 seconds later. That's no longer a bug. Man, you know what you were talking about my camera there. I've just got half my room out of here, so I can actually see my floor now, and I can hear that echo because I got concrete on half this room, and I've got no shelves up against the wall. It's all white sheetrock, and the room is just brighter. I need more light for my cameras, is what it comes down to. The well, here. What is? See, I took the whole room. We emptied this sucker. Yeah. Yeah. Now I need to take the stuff that's on this side of the room and put it on that side of the room so that I can move all the camera stuff to this side of the room because I have really kick-ass. Oh, well, we spin that way. So we get up into my work area up there. And you can see I got these monstrous freaking lights. And I'm going to make use of these lights at some point. Yeah. That's coming up next. The one shelf that you saw over against the far wall is going to be a cooking station in the studio, so we can do cooking videos. Yeah, that's where I'm heading with that stuff. Yeah. Well, I got people watching. Get up on there before we can do some chatting. We need some interaction. You guys are part of the show. I got a hair. Just don't know where that thing came from. Damn sure didn't come off my head. Well, tell you what we can do. Let me go over how. Guys, I'm still a long ways from finishing stuff on the website. I really am. It's me and Rochambeau were going to sit down and go through the critiquing of it the other day, and we didn't get but 10 minutes before I got interrupted with the stuff going on in here. And this is the complaint right now, and this is one of the things I wanted to do during the live is for people to be on the website. PD, what's going on? The stuff going on the website. Okay. First, I got a user online button up there, or box up there, right? Telling you how many people. Because it's hard for people to concept the fact that most people are lurkers. They don't get the concept in Kingdom Chat. There's 30 guys running their mouth going, oh my God, you're killing the kingdom. And I don't care what kingdom you're in. There's somebody killing the damn kingdom. It's always going to die if this one guy doesn't listen to me. Right? Yeah, that guy. Hold on. I'm going to bump my camera up one here. Bing. There we go. All right. Yeah, you know that guy, right? I'm the guy in our kingdom. I'm killing the kingdom. I hadn't talked to anybody in 2 weeks. They've done nothing but talk about me for 2 weeks. See, there's Lost King. I put Lost King in charge of the kingdom, and nobody's liked it since. He's right there in our chat. Doesn't seem to understand that I quit working on the kingdom project 4 months ago. The only thing I've been doing is pissing with him. Not 4 months ago. Well, yeah, it's 3 months. January 1st was the end of that project. Yeah. So we're going on 3 months. Doesn't get it. I got him. I tell everybody hello in Kingdom Chat. They're oh wait, I got you blocked. That's how much I don't care. I got their entire alliance blocked. I don't listen to them. They don't, they do their best to aggravate. They're just cheating little bitches, and I don't want to play with them, so I don't. I'm not under the delusion that there are people in this world who don't have their best intentions at heart. So it doesn't bother me the way it bothers somebody else. As people start to figure it out, they go, I didn't realize it was like this. Like, it's always been this way. These guys have been here, part of this stuff for years and years and years and years. I just can't believe there's people out there who don't know these people exist. It's about 20% of the population, no matter where you're at in the world. And then you get into some cultures, and it's even worse. I mean, it's always a cultural issue. How much will you tolerate, even within cities in the United States? So, over on the website stuff. Now we got the top raters board. Woohoo! I have a new super secret formula for ranking your power. Right? So, and everybody goes, how do I get my name on the board? You just use the website. You do what you're supposed to do. If you go up here to like artillery meat shield, you start using that, and then you'll see this other little bit, this little box that comes in last because it's a slow load. Literally called a slow load. I've told it to load slow. All right. Otherwise the page judders and stutters and on a phone, and it goes up and down and up and down and up and down, and I'm trying to prevent that. It's an annoying thing. Ugh. Of course I got a freaking So When you guys enter here for the first time, it's going to say no data. You just click on the box, click new entry, and it'll give you a blank field. Now the funny thing is I can't turn off. Oh, you know what? I can't turn off the new entry for the people who haven't entered data, and you only need to edit after you've done it because you can't put it in twice. All right. You just need to edit what you got there. And I saw where somebody got to put it in twice, and I'll have to figure out how they did that. I'll have to go back in the database and look and see what they're done. Lost King, you can't beat my T3s, man. I I don't know what delusional world you're living in. Stealing RSS from little castles and building shiny walls does not make a player. Yeah. All you do is make me money. It's the only reason I even keep you around. Yeah. So let's talk about me making money. All right. So I got this. Now, I got a little thing over here that says how to enter your stats. Where I gave you little screenshots and everything like that and circled the things. And then data tables. That is where you actually can enter them. I turned one of them off. The one I turned off was the guard table. I'm not done with that yet. I thought I was done with it. Delusional. I was dreaming about finishing it, I guess. So the guard table will basically be select your guard, enter in 5 digits. I mean, all you got to do is put the 5 speed, strength, agility numbers in, and the stars. From there, I can determine how much power is being provided by the guard for that portion of the march. Now, the top raters thing, it seems silly that I got that done before the calculator, but I actually needed to determine your account's power in order to determine the march blending. All right. What do I mean by that? Well, there's 2 things I had to consider when we're talking about bulk lot for the calculators, and it's the odd and even tiers. Okay, so odd tiers have guaranteed power, even tiers have conditional power. Okay, so the war books is the other thing that's not on there. War book, those will be on there by Monday probably. The tables are done. I just don't have them pretty. So you'll put your war books, you'll put your guards in, you'll put your stats in, and then as you can see from the stats, I'm determining a power number. Okay. This is the laws of averages of what you should win based on other players that we see and witness in the game. Uh, the but the hold on 1 second here. Yeah. All right. So we're using those numbers to determine. I needed a way to translate power to troops. How many troops are we going to put into the calculator? Well, that depends on the power that you're bringing in. Of course, that brings on the power of the layer. So it's actually this number here is a combination of 8 interlacing powers with stats. It's got nothing to do with troop volume, but I'm using that number in the next step to determine troop volume when we turn around and do the calculators. And then from there, we will What happens if I type my name in there? Look at it. There you go. Hey, look at it. You can find yourself on that list. I guess I better put a number next to it to where you rank on the list. Oops. The we'll have to figure that one out because the numbers that I get from the database wouldn't translate to where you land on the list. That's done in real time until the numbers get too big. Uh, and then I still got people that want every question answered in private message. It's just not possible. There's too many people, guys. I mean, as actually you can't see very well. Well, you might be able to. Hold on. So, where I was showing you stuff in the back. Oh, now I make it right out that front. So there's 2,500 people on right now on the website. That's because they're in UaC. They got nothing better to do. They're dinking around, looking out, reading, trying to get better. They're sitting in a tower somewhere, right? The it's I'm that guy. The so not people aren't getting their notifications from YouTube, are they? I got like 8 members in the other room that didn't know I went live in this room. Yeah. Yeah. End of the day. Destroys my investment. Okay. Yeah. Lost King's as good as business management as he is at playing the game. Yeah. These people think because I won't take their money from Huawei through their intermediaries like at Huawei and stuff, that I somehow don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Hey, Lost King, what is 2,500 times two? You know, this is at the moment that's on here. We run about 400,000 people a month through the website. It's not hard to do some extrapolation math to figure out how much money I'm making from this. Uh, and there's generally between 7, 8 people on at any given minute. The average time that somebody spends on the website is only 2 minutes, 15 seconds. They get the information they need to leave, which is what we're there for. We're a resource, right? We're not, I mean, more and more people are hanging out in the forums, but that's not what it's meant for. I fixed the groups. Oh my gosh. The groups have been a nightmare. Uh, you know what? I say I fixed the groups, and I still don't see a way to make a group, right? So I had to make a group freaking link before. This is one of these things where it's helpful to explain stuff because it shows where I got problems. Uh, Okay, big spender. All right, what are we doing here? I'm looking to make sure. I'm just trying to get to my 80 points. 80K. I'm almost there. Arkin is Miller. Ugh. I swear to God, people who don't want to be involved stay uninvolved or get involved. One of the two. It would be nice to know what the fuck's going on sometimes. Ah. Go get your man. Who's your man? Oh. Are you talking about up here? Shit, I don't even know if I got so everybody can listen to us in up here. Oh, there we go. Now we got our chat room going off. Lively conversationalists in our freaking TeamSpeak.
I can't type and talk at the same time.
I was gonna say, we to take the gum away quick.
I just wish he was funnier, man. Like it's so hard to beat this someone who's got no jokes or no sense of humor. Like they think they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's hard work being as creative as we are to these guys.
Oh fuck! Call me a cheerleader one more time.
I thought, uh, uh, man.
My downtime of stoning women is my fucking arcade.
He's so impressed that he went. Did he go 41 today? Yeah. 41's once you hit 40, once you hit 40, 41's a gimme. Because it's a couple hundred marquee badges. You just get 41. You're supposed to feel good about yourself. Yeah. Oh, hold on. And screen went off. There we go. Feel like am I freaking? Oh, hey, there's a 37. And I thought that getting to 70 would be harder, but I just turned 68 today. I hadn't really been trying. I missed the wolf the last two freaking times. And I haven't built up any troops to go number one on the wolf. But I do enjoy Mr. T running his mouth and taunting because he got number one on the wolf. And I'm like, you mean I didn't spend $6 to beat you, so I had troops because I didn't care this week. They do not comprehend that the minute I start caring about them again, they're dead again. Yeah, I don't know why they want my attention so badly.
I'm all good being a second wall. I mean, you can go back 8 weeks and we had 400,000 more points to make it.
Yeah, yeah, we've come. So that everybody, we are actually putting into application what I'm telling you guys to do on via the website and stuff. We've got we've slowed ourselves down as the big players because it's overshadowing to our smaller players. and we've got them building up their layers and building their meat shields and stuff properly. Uh, the and it's working. It's building a stronger alliance, and it's been a little cheerier around in there a little bit. I mean, people get a little focused on the clickety clickety, they so the conversation drops off a little bit when they're focused, but the results have been good. Yeah. There's no random C41s in the kingdom that are going to run over and just hit people because they think they're special. Yeah. And there's really no one in this alliance that's going to care. It's not like a new, like, oh my God, Lost King hit us today. We would probably go, hey, why didn't Lost King hit us today? I think would be the more occurrence that happens. It's a daily, sometimes twice daily thing. He goes over and beats up one of our C16 farms, and then goes out and brags and raises it. GunMuse is what?
Then he loses to a
Oh
C32.
yeah, yeah. Then our C32 goes over and kicks his ass. There is nothing worse than your C41 getting beaten by T10s while you're bragging in Kingdom chat. I don't think he has followers. I think he's got a lot of alt accounts. Katja is the only unique personality, and I hate that bitch. Anytime I see her speak in Kingdom chat, I'm just gonna. I already told Dedicated, I'm burning his fucking hive if I ever see her speak in Kingdom chat. That's all I'm gonna do is just burn the hive for the day because she spoke in Kingdom chat. I'm just that tired of her because she followed me from 380 where it was just a couple week test kingdom. I did no one knew who I was, no one knew what I was doing. I was testing out the guard stuff last year, and that bitch would not shut the fuck up in Kingdom chat. And then because no one knew who I was like a C22 inside other alliances, and you had these little power hungry little shitheads, R5s, and I spoke up one day about it, and they booted me 5 seconds later, and then tried to loot me when they booted me, and I burned the fucking alliance to the ground for their R5 and R4 trying to fucking boot and loot me. Then they went to Kingdom Chat and pulled a Lost King, and I kind of burned the whole kingdom to the ground with a fucking C22 at that time. Yeah, just to kind of prove the point that it's not that fucking C26s that matter. You better have your shit tight. But that's why we built the little power board, right? The power board does not use your castle level to determine your power ranking on the top raiders board. Castle's got nothing to do with how I rank your castles. Yeah, everybody's. I've already got more people in game trying to mail me. How do I get higher on that board? Just play your game. I'm telling you where you're at. Learn, do your stuff. I'm not. Why? Why are you worried about being higher on a board I created 4 days ago? The numbers are just a reference. It's I can understand trying to get up there, but damn, I'm not even number one on my own board. Funny thing is, I've never been number one on my own board. I built it. I started out number three. I think I'm down to number five. Yeah, I'm down to number five on there now. With Hulk out of Kingdom 526 being number one this week. Zamo out of Kingdom 20. That's actually a good power ranking number for an old kingdom. Uh, if you notice the power ranking numbers, the old kingdoms are getting pushed further and further down on there. And that's why I said your castle level doesn't have anything to do with your power ranking number. It It's really more of a status of where you are as for active play, the which I determine via your stats. And I needed to do some things like, so let's say like your distance damage is 221 or something like that. I can look at that number and tell you that you don't have your airship legs up and your stars on your legs and uh, other places that that you put the distance damage numbers out. The classy row. Yeah. Is it cold up there where you're at right now, Arkin?
I'm in Maryland. It's pretty warm.
He's sitting there talking about, yeah, I knew you were up in that. He's like, up north. Maybe you're just a candy ass. The nah, me neither. Actually, I don't care no more. That was it dropped down to like 20 degrees around here. Everybody's bundled up, freezing up their ass. I'd run around in freaking gym shorts. The like, aren't you cold? I'm like, fuck no. There's an upside to not being able to feel your fucking legs, man. I ain't got to go find fucking pants. Yeah. I'll tell you, the we bought a house. What was it? My wife was in Afghanistan, and we bought a house just before she left. Old house, older than the town. It used to be a church, so it had these pure walnut floors and walnut, you know, doorways were thick walnut wood, and a fireplace in the living room. It was a gorgeous little place. It wasn't, but then they done shit like uh, every low rent owner of the house before us with dreams of fixing up shit had added on a fucking half-ass fucking room to the house over the years, and the house like 120 some odd years old. And I was walking around in that damn thing one in the winter, and that was the first time I ever had problems with my legs, where like the wood floor seemed like it stole all the heat from my legs and hurt me all the way up to the knees. Yeah, I remember that was the first time I started feeling pain up through there. Systems, event rewards. What did I get for event rewards? Oh, goody, more healing speed ups. I would appreciate it if my troops actually survived an encounter and showed up in my hospital so that I could heal them. But that's just me. Why would I want to keep anything that I put in my account? Yeah. Yeah, these guys on the YouTube that come in here and complain and shit is like, oh, you're always complaining. And then one guy, who was it the other day, says, man, I just wanted to type underneath it, you know, says, I hope you freaking misclick the fucking gold purchase on the troops every day, bastard. You know, I think that was Roe. I'm like, that's what you do say underneath somebody like that, man. Don't let that opportunity slide. We're almost there. Wow. I'm gonna show you guys this because this is I really need to put the freaking thing on the website, I guess. Holy shit. Uh, we just jumped to 4,300 people digging through the website since we started talking about it live. Yeah. It's a weird interaction. YouTube's not the stat focus because Google's a fucking liar. It just, they're all. Google is now taxing the world, for those who don't know. Yeah. You'll remember when we had Joe Biden elected and I turned around and told everybody, hey, Google just walked into the White House, and probably a whole shitload of people rolled their eyes. And Google just passed a policy that says, Mr. President, if you want us to keep 30% of everybody's money and pay it to the federal government, we will. So no matter what country you're in, you are now being taxed by the United States. I guess Joe Biden wasn't clear about who he was raising taxes on. Somehow he figured out how to tax the rest of the world since Google's in control of so much of it. So all of you in the third world mud hut countries that are getting your new smartphones, if you hate the United States, you need to stop looking at your smartphone. Otherwise, you're paying taxes to the United States. How would you know that, Thomas? You say it with such certainty. Not that I doubt you. I'm just saying. You say this every video. James, I don't even remember you ever being in one of these videos. Uh, it's UaC, not KVK. Your video is messed up. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, like I care, man. Did you not figure it out when it was live that it wasn't UAC, that it was UaC and not KVK? So James thinks that I have to spell out what day of the week it is to people. Otherwise, they won't know anything. That's not what they did there, Banner. A third party corporation is the one collecting the money. So they're setting a precedence that a corporation can tax the planet. Congratulations. Every liberal's worst fear that corporations are evil bastards has come true thanks to the Democrats. You have no say over what Google does. You're not the owner of Google. So the fact that they're volunteering the money and using the U.S. military to enforce the fact that they can collect the money means that they're just setting a precedence, and everybody's going to. You wait. This is all coming. This is what a lovely thing. I don't know how any of you think this is going to be a good thing. How can you not see the next step? It's obvious. It's a company is now taking 30% of the entire planet's revenue via digital interface. We're at the infantile stages of the internet. It is not this global monstrosity yet. It's about to be. The this has been done over the course of a decade because right when Obama left, they got rid of ICANN. What you don't realize there, Mr. Banner, is we don't control where traffic goes on the internet. We just set the precedence that a corporation can collect tax via the internet. I promise you right now, Google is not going to be the one in control at the end of this freaking fiasco because we don't control ICANN. We're going to have to lose the internet for a period of time while we reconstruct ICANN for the United States only when the tech wars start. This is the kind of thing where you walk in and take 30% of a country's income, digital income. It starts wars. The U.S. military has been used to secure oil. Why has the U.S. military been used to secure oil? Oh, yeah. It runs the fucking planet. But because you're in this shallow, the world's evil conspiracy fucking theory about why the U.S. does it, the U.S. is the world's reserve currency. When you artificially create inflation inside the United States, as which Biden is about to fucking start doing, because you guys you hear simple things on the TV, but you don't put two and two together. The you know, all these communities who just got 1.9 trillion dollars. Oh, by the way, they've collected more in taxes during COVID than they have at any other time. Wait a minute, if nobody's working, how'd they do that? It's called inflation. They inflated the price of the houses. Old people die. Communities do not reevaluate the value of a house until the title transfers. The title transfers were taking place all over the country because of this death situation, and you got inflated real estate values, which changed the tax pool. And property taxes are guaranteed income. Doesn't matter what you make. If you make $1 or you make $1,000,000, you're going to pay X number of dollars on your property. The plus cities, municipalities, all these property transfers, they take a chunk off the top. So the government got more money due to an artificial inflation due to COVID. So rather than recognize that it was an artificial inflation and doing something about it, they're going, yippee, more tax dollars. The the when you as a citizen should be turning around saying, holy shit, it was artificial. My house is not worth more with half the country out of work. See, put those two statements together. Half the country's out of work, and they say my house worth more money, and the only person getting more money from your house being worth more money is the government. Oh, China doesn't lend 5% into that pool, man. You don't even know how these things work. You got to stop watching CNN. The you just, China is 5% of national debt. They can buy a U.S. bond just like everybody else does. The If China is such a problem, then why did all the Democrats have a problem with us dealing with China? Which side do you want to jump on this rope there, Banner? Oh, he won't answer that, Ro. He thinks he's mysterious. The I really can't figure out why these guys. Oh, look at there. I'm almost there. Hey, Lost King, I got 2,000 points and I'm going to be sitting in your fucking fort. Unbubble your 40 once. Tell Luna unbubble. He's bigger on the board than I am. Don't worry, I don't have any tricks up my sleeve. You just unbubble and kill me. It'll all work out to your benefit. Always does. Well, Banner, there's a statement where you just said something that didn't say anything. And you always say it in the GOP and the Dems. Okay, so let me put it a different way. It's not all the GOP, but it is all the Democrats. All right? There is not one fucking Democrat who has not taken money from a foreign leader in the last 20 years and voted in lockstep to oppose everything. He did. There's nothing in here, man. What are you looking back on the video or something? There's nothing in here, man. Wrong. Okay, name the Democrat who voted to lower taxes. Oh man, this place is freaking vacant right now. I got walls that got to be mudded and painted and floor that still needs to be installed. And then on the other side's all my freaking tools, man. I got a pretty extensive, you know, my shop's kind of organized like a freaking hardware store. I make Tim Allen jealous in here, man. My dad quit going to the hardware store. He comes here first. God, if I don't have the tool, I usually have the part for whatever he's working on. And this is only, I have 2 more rooms that are stacked. You can't walk into them. We literally stacked them from floor to ceiling, starting in the back corner, all the way to the door. If I needed something in the back of that room, there's no freaking way. The whole room's got to be emptied out. Banner, why is their bidding wrong? I'll bet Banner thinks windmills are a good thing. And while he bitches about evil corporations, the General Electric Company, which builds those fucking windmills that are hooked to nothing and don't work when it's freaking cold outside, somehow got very special tax breaks to where this multi-billion-dollar company actually got a tax refund. Didn't pay any taxes as a corporation and got a refund. I'm not one of the most wealthy Americans, Banner. My taxes went down 15%. Why is that a bad thing? Banner, the problem with saying stupid shit like that is if I turn around and give 300 million people an extra $3,000 a year because I lowered their taxes, which is what the Trump tax cuts did, then they have $3,000 more a year to spend. They spend it, and then companies have more money because more money got spent. And then you look at the uh, the stock market and go, oh my God, stocks went up. The tax cuts benefited the rich by the people having money to spend with companies. That's it's the jackassest thing to jump over the fact that a human being got to spend their money in the middle. I get it. You don't want people to have to ever go out of their house to do anything and say anything. Why, the boxes will just show up, eat the fucking food, and if we determine you're worth any value, we'll let you live. And if you don't think that's the business model the Democrats are operating on, you're not really paying attention. Because it almost is verbatim the words Obama said. Well, maybe we just give grandma a pill. She's not worth anything anymore. Or where Governor Cuomo, maybe we'll just move these old people who are just costing us money over to a place where they can die and infect other old people who are costing us money. Right? Those honest and lovely people. So, again, Boehner, for some reason you think that people are not allowed to spend their money the way they want to. Once the company has made the money, is it not allowed to choose how it spends it? You think the government should be standing over them telling them, well, I think you should be buying Band-Aids. You don't appreciate ownership. I'll guarantee you, looking around the house, you think you own the shit in your house. But under the premise of the idea you're trying to spew forward, you shouldn't own any of it. And anybody who wants it more than you, as long as two people want it and can vote it away from you, they should just walk in and take it. That's the system you want to live under. Fuck, if you own a thing, we'll just take it. I need Roe come in here and argue with him. I'll tell you one thing. Where's my phone? Uh, not that phone. Well, anyway, I got I got the app on the phone to where when I use my card, it buys stock. But what I don't like about the app is it buys stock in the company I spent money with. It's a nice theory that I go and buy a Google Play card and I wind up buying Alphabet stock. But the funny thing is, the places that I have to frequent because they are large corporations who own shit, Walmart, Sam's Club, Google, have all been losing stocks. I don't like the fact that my app buys stock in that shit because my $20 that I made last 2 weeks in Roundup money turned into 16 before I transferred it out of Alphabet stock. The Who's their masters? I hear lots of hate. But I don't know why you hate property ownership. Why I don't know why you hate the Constitution. It's the only Constitution in the world that allows a human being to own something. But it is the number one reason that other world leaders hate us. And when they have a state-driven media, they have to bash the United States because you can't let your people fall under the hidden disguise of you may own something and the government can't just take it away from you when it wants to. You're arguing the opposite right now. Mr. R, what's going on? Yeah. The problem winds up being here, Banner, is you're arguing after the fact. We already know the negative effects of everything, all these policies. They've been done before. There's nothing new here. We've slapped new labels on old ideas. Uh, but we're right where we were in the year 2000 with property prices highly overinflated because every time you borrow money, the Federal Reserve gets to generate money. So the only people benefiting are the very people that you're claiming that you hate, but you're calling them all Republicans, but it's been the Republicans who've been fighting that system. I shouldn't say it's been Republicans. It's been conservatives fighting that system for 23 years now, 24 years now. Yeah, the no, the idea of property ownership in the United States is defined as I put it. The problem wound up being was the original writers of the Constitution tried to write out slavery and had to wishy-washy the words of property down enough so that they could eradicate slavery later. And that didn't work over the course of 100 years, so a couple 100,000 Americans went to war with each other to eradicate that. But today we're being told that no one gave a damn. The they wrote it into the Constitution originally, life, liberty, and property, not life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The original wording for property, but they knew that once they said that, they would never be able to eradicate slavery without a war. They were trying when they wrote the Constitution to not create another future war. But all you have to do is read a historical document to know that. Wikipedia is not a historical document, just in case you're wondering. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, Banner. I hear what you just said, and you're absolutely correct. And what gave them the authority to turn around and walk in and say your house can be condemned? Where does that authority derive from? This is where you're foolish. And you're thinking that government power is absolute. Power derives from the people. In other words, in a jurisdiction where somebody can condemn your house, your neighbors are stealing your fucking property, Banner. Shoot them. That's why we have a Second Amendment. The fact that everybody's afraid to go out there and, oh my God, violence is not the way. Violence is the way. 100 years ago, there was no such thing as a title or a deed. You stuck a flag in the ground, and whatever you could defend with your rifle, that was yours. The So you want to talk about property rights were defined as your rights, but also your responsibility to defend them. The fact that somebody said, you know what, we got lawyers now, let's let the lawyers do the thievery. Make it right, and it didn't change the Constitution. Nowhere in history did the Constitution change to say the lawyer can now steal from you when your neighbor couldn't. Other countries got. So what's your point? So why is the Sudan still selling slaves on the open market? Why is China buying slaves today? You may, you talking these absolutes like a college professor. Like, wow, there's only one rat bastard left on the planet. It's the United States. So whatever they did last, they were the last to do it. We're not the last to do anything. And the United States did not eradicate slavery. We just call it welfare now. Changing the word doesn't change the definition. Yeah. People get in their minds this idea of slavery after they watched an episode, after they watched the movie Roots. Oprah Winfrey doesn't know shit. Farmers did not go out in the field and beat their tractors. They don't do that. To buy a slave in the 1800s, from the slave trade, it would take 5 years for that slave to recoup the cost of the slave. That means you have to house him, clothe him, feed him, keep him healthy. They don't work when they die. And they don't work well if you take them out, strap them to a tree, and beat them every day. So the reality of running a business, which is a farm, is you don't take your equipment out and treat it like shit. When your equipment can think and feel and react, you treat them quite well. Doesn't mean the number one slave owner in Mississippi was not a white man; it was a black man. The largest slave plantation in Mississippi, in a slaving state. Next door to it's the plantation right next door to General Lee's little place. And it was a little place. If you guys haven't been there, they restored that after Katrina. Man, it's tiny. You get these grand structure ideas. They're tiny. Because the Sudan slave trade's been going on for 1,000 years. I don't recall anybody saying, hell, just last week they kidnapped 300 schoolgirls in Africa. Where the fuck do you think they're heading? Or a couple weeks ago. Why is it the benchmark? I don't know. Why is 140 fucking years ago in the United States the benchmark on slavery? The Civil War wasn't really fought over slavery anyway. It was fought over integration. The South was integrating. The North didn't like that. The bigotry came from the North. It did not come from the South. The laws preventing integration were forced upon the South. People forget that. That after the Civil War, Southern states didn't have the right to write their own damn laws. So when they wrote Jim Crow laws, those were forced upon them by Northern states. What's up, Joshua? Well, to think that the people of China are not slaves in any way. 25 million per year forced into a job under the Chinese growth regime. It won't burst under this president. They've already deemed themselves. Look, under Obama, when they turned around and talked about how great the stock market was growing under Obama, that's because the federal government was buying stock. Everybody knows the score now. So while Banner's over there talking about how these companies, when Trump gave everybody a tax break, they went in there and shored up their stock. That's because they knew a Democrat was going to get back in office at some point. And if they didn't shore up their stock now, if the good old days of trading 20 to 1 on your stock price is risky, if you want to survive in this politic fight where one side is unabashedly going to take anything that they can and use any excuse to take it. Has there ever been a plan from a Democrat that didn't include taking everything anybody owns? Banner, don't make me open up a bill and read one. Doesn't matter what Trump did or didn't do because Trump wasn't in charge of the fucking Congress. All Trump can do as president was stop a Democratic Congress from doing whatever the fuck they wanted. He can't make them do things to the benefit of the American people. You guys got to stop listening to the news. Biden isn't doing shit. Congress is doing it. Biden's just not stopping shit. He has veto power. He doesn't have legislative power. Doesn't have the power of the purse. The people blowing the money with the Democratic Party. In lockstep. 100% of them have voted, fuck this country. It's all going to hell in a handbasket. Get mine while I can get it. They believe Banner 100%. Right? It's all going to hell. Get mine. Biden isn't giving any money. It's not Biden's money. It's my money. In order to give money out from a tax, you have to take it from somebody first, plus a small handling fee of 30%. There's no gift here. Doesn't come from thin air. Have to take it from somewhere else. Let's go put people, you shit and piss on the rich people with every statement you make, but I'll guarantee you, you've never worked for a bum on the corner of the street. You cannot put people, run their businesses out of work, shut them down, and then complain that there's no fucking jobs. You can't walk into their business and say, you're not running things properly around here. I don't know a fucking thing about what you do, but I know I'm not getting enough money from it. And basically, you just had every speech that's ever been given by a Democrat. I don't know a fucking thing about what you do to make money around here, but you're not paying me enough. That's all they know. There's more money to be had. You're not even asking where the original money went. Why do they need more? What happened to the other stuff? Why is it always more? They just handed out more money. That's usually what the loop of this kind of graph comes out to. It's actually higher than that. Anytime they print, okay, Mr. R, people don't understand how the Federal Reserve works, but anytime that they print money to do what they're doing when they're handing out the $1,400 checks, once you deposit that check to the bank, the Federal Reserve, which has never been audited, then creates money at a rate of 800% of what you deposited. So, it's gotta be big, right? Those are the big words. It's gotta be big or it won't fix anything. If it's not big, it won't create the inflation they need to get an underhanded tax increase without actually increasing taxes. All right. The fact that your incomes went up for the first time in 30 years, Banner doesn't give a fuck. Biden's going to fix that. Fuck your incomes. They'll talk about how much your dollars go up, but they won't ever talk about the inflation, right? Damn the inflation. Your dollar's not worth as much, but you got more of them. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go here. See, but you got guys like Banner out there. He cannot think of anything in the world that would allow him to not eyeball his neighbor's property and think, wow, I could do better things with it than he is. He can't just keep his hands to himself. Holy shit, guys. What are you fucking doing over at the website? That's because inflation's been going on forever. Do you know what stagflation is? Because we're heading towards that. That's where we're heading. Inflation's dangerous. Stagflation's going to kill us. I can tell you for an absolute certainty that I know there's going to be close to 50% inflation here shortly. And I'll tell you how I know this, because I've run my businesses off this stupid little principle forever, and it's worked out well for me. And that is, whatever the cost of the fucking Happy Meal goes up, that's how much I increase my labor cost. And it just went up 50%. The cost of McDonald's cheeseburger just went up 50%. That company is worldwide. It knows what people can and cannot afford because it operates at the poorest level of feeding people. McDonald's, that's where they operate. They are a commercial enterprise that operates on people without money. And they just increased their prices 50%. That's whenever you see that happen in that McDonald's, hoard your money. Invest your money because inflation means you need to be invested in something, usually property. But I don't know that I'd go after property. You know, that's become the standard norm, and I've got a little bit of property stuff, but I mean, I got property that I own, but I got some property stocks, but I own wood pulp. That's my big investment right now because I think everybody's going to be shoved into their homes. They're going to keep getting their food sent to them through the mail, and it was smart of me to buy a lumber company that makes wood pulp, which makes cardboard boxes, because I think a lot more cardboard boxes are going to be built. The kingdom merge is never going to happen. I don't know why anybody's thinking that's going to happen. What? Is Super Chat even enabled? I should have got other notifications than those. Where did that could have come from the last live. Well, thank you guys that did just give stuff in there, but I didn't get notified by YouTube that you did. I don't know what notified the software that you did. Do, Why does it matter? You're always wanting to know. Banner, you don't want to know shit. You want to just follow along and tell everybody how bad it is. And it's somebody else's fault. So no one's going to explain it to you. You won't accept the explanation. It's the CIA's fault that the kingdoms aren't merged yet. Just accept it. Yeah. All right. Finally got my 80K. Ultimate Alliance. Where we at? We are screaming ahead in the points, aren't we? We're not gaining a lot of ground. So, treasure. That's because somebody is plundering at home. All right. I don't have a lot of troops. I'm still building up my stuff. Like I said earlier, I'm building up using the meat shields. Guys, the meat shields on the website. I put those up 3 weeks ago. Fun Plus had to go look at the meat shields, and then they brought out the new continuous build thing. So they like the fact that I'm building the meat shield up. Then they made some adjustments down there in the meat shields too. A minute ago, it was the CIA's fault. What were you saying the CIA was doing there, Banner? The CIA stands for Christians in Action, as far as Banner's concerned. It's all the conservatives' fault. They're all racist, bigot, homophobes, even though they've led the world for 200 years trying to stop all that. I know better. I read it on Wikipedia one day. I don't even think anybody reads Wikipedia anymore. Where do liberals go to get their fucking bullshit now, Banner? Where do you go? You read a lot of half-ass answers. I will tell you an absolute truth for liberal guys. And once you hear this, you will understand one simple thing. It's not that they're lying. It's that they don't finish the answer. You know, it's always half a truth. The other half changes the narrative. So you always got to remember that about the liberals, man. It's half a truth. Yeah. Obama never walked out and gave a speech where he lied. He just didn't tell you the rest of the fucking story. Right? Maybe we should give Grandma a pill. Grandma's costing us too much fucking money. We need to start killing old people. It's the other half. And you say, oh, well, he wouldn't do that. Well, the governor fucking of New York did it. If you think those people came from Medicare-infused homes, government homes, to the hospital, but then were sent back to private homes where they weren't residents to die by accident, you're nuts. The state of New York was $6 billion in debt because it told everybody free healthcare this, free healthcare that. There's no such thing as free. People were flooding to New York for all the quote-unquote free. And he couldn't handle it. Kill them off. That plan has been in place since the 1930s. They're called progressives. When Clinton said, I am a Woodrow Wilson progressive, that's what a Woodrow Wilson progressive is. I'm going to turn around. I haven't done this in a long time. Buck versus Bell. It's a Supreme Court case. Let's see Banner argue his way out of this one. This will be funny. All right, Buck versus Bell. I've never seen this website. Decided in 1927, it is still law today Carrie Buck was a feeble-minded woman who graduated top of her class. Who was committed to a state mental institution. Her condition had been present in her family for the last 3 generations. A Virginia law allowed for the sexual sterilization of the inmates of the institution to promote the health of the patient and the welfare of society. Sound familiar? Before the procedure could be performed, however, a hearing required to determine whether or not the operation was a wise thing to do. Did the Virginia state? Okay, this is somebody teaching law. This is probably teaching a lawyer how to fucking set a legal precedent that the states may sterilize inmates in public. Not just sterilize. They can kill the citizens if it's to the welfare of the state. Okay. It's called Obamacare now. When that crazy conservative bitch, what's her name from Alaska, was telling everybody about the death panels, Buck versus Bell 1927 is the death panel. All right. It's the law that allowed them to turn around and create a table that says, are you of any value to society? If not, we can withhold health care from you. All right. Unfortunately, it gets used politically, as you would expect. Right now, guys, on my channel, I have a little 3-minute deal where I recorded our last VA conference call. Here you go, Banner. Go watch my video where the Biden administration plugged a fake veteran into the conference call. And the reason we know she's a fake veteran was, to do the premise of this call, they called 3,000 of us veterans. And this woman who, we got one last caller here. Yes, could we please get some women doctors at the Lubbock VA Center? Oh, what a great question. Yes. Let me turn you over to the doctor who's in charge of the other staff. Yeah, I looked up this earlier. Well, this was a live call. How would he know what the question was going to come? So he did know the question was coming before the live call. And he went and looked it up. There were no male doctors in Lubbock. Haven't been. No male nurses. There ain't a penis anywhere in that building. But the premise was, we need more female doctors. And at the same time, we're fighting this where they're importing female, Indian, whatever doctors, but they're not doing doctoring. They're doing legislating with a white coat on. If you're a minute late to your appointment, well, you need to be eradicated from the VA system. You're costing us too much money. Because those are the rules for the VA. You think the stringent rules for Obamacare are there. You miss a doctor's appointment in Obamacare, they let you reschedule. You miss an appointment at your VA, it affects you. 5 years by law to fix what a doctor fucks up in your record. A person with a bug up their ass can fuck over a vet for 5 years. And they literally hire them 15 to 20,000 people at a time. It's one of the reasons that we have this gaming channel, and it's the big thing where I went independent with my charity stuff so that I could be an absolute pain in the ass without having to go underneath the, what the hell's up with that? Yeah. You know what? I heard a trick one time. What was that trick? Where you like put something up in front of it and then let it refocus? So much for autofocus, slow focus. All right, but that's the Buck versus Bell. So as we stumbled across that website where they're teaching lawyers about Buck versus Bell. Oh wow, she was an invalid. No, she was valedictorian of her class. That's the dumb shit that she was, and needed to be sterilized. Whatever was really going on was probably local town bullshit. But what's funny is the laws that came out of this eugenics, all right, making society better through genetic manipulation by castrating a certain portion of the pool. Let's eliminate all the black and colored people. That's what eugenics was. It's the progressive, it's the Democratic Party. Every negative law against a colored person has been written by the Democratic Party. Let's come up with some laws that people have never heard of. This is always fun. We want to get into the racist bullshit. Operation Wetback. The largest mass deportation in American history. Operation Wetback. That was literally the legal name put to it when they funded the project. The 1955. Where's the link? Link to what? Link to what? Yeah. Oh, let me go back to banners there. Even the Dems you dislike so much make constant noise about how the average people haven't made much progress since the 1970s. Only under 4 years of Trump, they jumped almost 20%. Their incomes went up 12%, all the way across the board. Blacks, Latinos, women, everybody prospered underneath that president. You know why? Because he stopped fucking telling everybody who to fucking hire. It's not that complicated, man. That bigotry that gets votes doesn't exist in the reality of the world. I, as a business owner, don't give a fuck what color you are. But if you're a worthless fucking black woman who can't make me more money than you cost me, then you shouldn't be my employee. But going over and tattling to the government said, he's fired me because I'm black. No, I fired you because of that word worthless. Unable to produce. If you're a black woman that's making me 3 to 4 times the money, I will pay. And you're smart enough to turn around and say, you know, I'm worth more money or I quit. I promise you one thing. I'm going to pay you more money. I'm not going to let you leave. Dwight Eisenhower. Musketeer math is not normal math, being. I don't know what's up with that. I got a video to explain some of the stuff that we're doing for the website called Math and Other Fucking Problems. It's an hour and 10 minutes of explaining base math, not the show stats that you see on the reports. Dwight Eisenhower, yeah. Yeah. That can't still beat 11,000. You know what? That's somebody using a proxy spider on my website. I'll have to figure out who that is and make that go away. Yeah, I can't use any information out of the fort to build calculators. It doesn't work like normal. Oh, I'm cold. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know why we'd want a fucking kingdom merge. Why do I want somebody coming in? Look, you've got established rules and policies and things like that. All a kingdom merge is fuck that up, right? Yeah. Saying that a kingdom merge will fix the problems that they created by ignoring the problems, The problems are these little bands of people that play inter-kingdom fucking games, right? Where they're a group of 5 or 10 guys and they're in 9 kingdoms, and so they move loot back and forth as a group. They're not. It's it's a great fix for their problem of not having any money to spend, but it's so oppressive. It turns the problem of this is where we got talking off into slavery there for a while. Is look, guns of glory. You talk about where in the world is modern slavery? Why is the sedan? No, the slavery winds up being right here in the game, right? Whoever pays more money is not the slave. Everybody else. So you got Ender Kingdom events that have been growing over the last couple of years, but they cannot let hold the idea that as communists, somebody must own somebody. They can't concept it, nor can the countries that are playing inside the game. That's how their politics, that's how their societal structure work. So when you have international gameplay like this, you have international ideas. It's like, I don't know why anybody would act that way, because they weren't taught by a kindergarten teacher in the United States that said, if you're nice, everybody will give you everything for free. Yeah, here's your trophy. And then you turn around and you go out and says, well, I came in last place in that event. Where's my free loot? Oh, we forgot to tell the rest of the world to give you free shit for being a loser. All right. Yeah. So, pull back, and let's go home and do some damage. Where the hell are my flamingos? You have got to be shitting me. We can't pull up the warehouse anymore? Oh my God, I wasn't even paying attention to what these new players did. They built our warehouse and they're storing shit in it. Okay, the warehouse used to be an R4 markers. It's placed in the center of our alliance so that we can affect power. And what's up, Beagle? Come here. Yes, that's your toy. All right. Well, hell, you put 800K in there, Susan. Come here, big guy. I thought he'd freak out about the stuff not being in here. Yeah. My little beagle's scared of everything in the world. Oh my God, something's changed. Yeah, I don't want to. We'll have to plan a day of destruction on that. The new entry is. Did you find it, Ethan? No. The UaC Troop loss? No, I lost that 1.2 million T12s. Just gone. They act as if digital property is real property and all property is theirs, right? That's what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going to have a huge stat advantage over me. Oh, I got a bunch of them. Let's use them. Got my little leprechauns. What do we got for limited deals today? Marquee badges, don't give a shit. I bought my keys. Nothing in there looks like a really good deal, to be honest. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Wow, I took a big chunk of loss, didn't I? I just threw the kitchen sink at it. I don't even have T12s. I got like a couple 100,000 T12s right now. I got more than freaking Lost King, which is my entire goal. Really? She's sending more shit to it. I see how you are. Oh my gosh. Trolls will be trolls, right? Yeah, that would be the people in there telling us how we're picking on them all the time. So I'm going to go over and pick on them here in a second. What was I doing? Oh. Excuse me. I got like lots of gold now. And there's that. I didn't look and see how big his stats were. Oh, I got him by a little bit. Can't wait for 50% of it, man. We've got lots and lots of people in the damn alliance just dragging the artillery. Oh, you know what I didn't do today? I didn't hone. Hey, here's a nice little technique. I've been meaning to do a film on this, and I'll do it at some point here. So on the weapons, man, figure out what it is you're going to hone. And then when you go to hone, enhance rather, flip this switch here. So I'm going to hit enhance. And then it's hard to see because they stick this number in the worst possible position. No matter where the bar's at, the number's in the wrong spot. And it's really hard to read. But this is the overall percentage, regardless of what the stat is. So don't look at these over here. Look at these in the middle. So plus 0.2, minus 0.2, minus 0.8. I don't care what stat I have here. So I'm going to retain because the overall benefit to my account is less. I'm going to hit enhance. So I got 0.8, 0.2 is greater than 0.4, replace. And that's all I'm looking at these days because I can change these stats with gold. If I want this to be troop attack tomorrow, all I got to do is spend gold to do that, right? So all green arrows is a good thing. All green arrows is a good thing. All green arrows is a good thing. And don't think that's an everyday occurrence for me because it's usually I get 1 out of 5 that's worth keeping. That gives you see, and we're seeing guys where they have these maxed out troop attacks in the guard weapons. Those are your 8,000 stat guys who seem to come out of nowhere. For some reason, the only stat that's 8,000 is troop attack. The only place that you can focus on troop attacks in that guard weapon. And for some reason, they have all 2,000 possible points in that area. So some weirdness there. Let's just say way too many people with an 8,000 troop attack have been attacking me here lately. All right. But now, I don't know how many troops I got left. All right, I can do that. Now that I'm home guarding, I can do my damn dailies. Yeah, when I was at 1,000,000,000 power and I had all those T12s and I had 5 T12 marches, I'd just clear the damn thing. But right here, I'm not spending the gold. I don't think I'm spending more than $4 or $5 a day right now. I'm just not in any hurry. Okay, on the website, man, On the left-hand side on the home page, there's a thing that says data tables. So let's go to screen 1. Over here. Then there's a how to enter stats. And then there's a little how to showing you what to do. And then you go to the data tables and you enter stuff out. I've got 2 more data tables that got to be up there for the base stats. I've got them written, but they're not pretty. And one of them's your war books, and one of them's your guards. I've only got the 2 guards for the first march that I'm building in there so far. And then I'm going to get that first march up so that everybody can play with that first march, which is the march that you guys see me using, right? If I go to, yeah, it's the march you see me not using, but it's my number 1 march because I don't have enough troops to actually fill it out right now. It's a 705,000 march, and I only have 181,000 of that march in my castle, so I can't even throw that march. But that's, oh, wait a minute, somebody kicked me out of the frickin'. No, I guess not. Uh, Chase, what's going on? Yeah. Did you find it, Ethan? Ethan, the thing is, on the 2 tables that you can fill out, the artillery and the distance tables right now, it's right above the tables. So, like, if I go to the artillery table, click on table to enter your stats to customize output. Right there. Edit. There's the stats. And then you can see things like my troop. I haven't actually updated mine in a couple 3 weeks because my troop attack's almost 6,500 now instead of 63. Yeah. Yeah, don't enter your stats from a UaC stat report, guys. That'll give you bogus numbers. And really don't enter your stats from the floor either. Everybody goes, well, what should my March cap be? Whatever you can bring, your maximum benefit. We just, everybody likes to brag about what their biggest number is. Just tell us what your biggest number that you can send at somebody. Do I read this? No, I don't read that, man. Why would I do that? Go live, not read anything. I don't like the premise of your question, High. You assume that everybody is just the peasants. Then you run around and go, I was on there and he has an ego. You start with the premise and then you figure out how to make the premise true. It's a generational thing, man. Facts don't fucking matter. Only the premise and winning the argument. The reality doesn't mean shit. Are you logged into the website? Where it says no data available, click right there. Where it says no data. And a little pop-up's going to come up that's going to say new entry or edit. No, exactly the same RSS and speed up, Sir Eric. But because, let me pull this up. All right. So now I can go into a building, right? I can go train. And you guys, you turn around and you get all those Merc scrolls, right? You open up all those Merc scrolls and makes a bunch of level 1s. We're going to click upgrade. And then you're going to come up here. Well. And then I can turn around and I can take them straight to T12s. And I can level up. And then I can continuous train that level up. I can go from T1s to T12s now. With one click. And no matter where you level up, it's the same amount of speed up timers. It's the same amount of RSS no matter what you do. Okay. So, hold on. Double click it, Ethan. There's two different ways of entering that data. One of them's inline, and another one's a pop-up. So you're on the data tables page. You're not looking at the picture that I. Hold on. Look, if I go over here and I click and it says new entry and edit, right there like that. Hold on. Let me bring my cannon fodder in. Oh, well, you're 10 years old. Of course the world isn't fucking working for you, man. Hold on. Let me bring in. All right. This is my. So if I go to data tables. See where it says no to data available? That's because I'm not logged in. All right. I'm going to log in. This is my free account. There we go. I have to be able to duplicate the problem to fix the problem. I'm not ignoring you. But the reality is I can't fix something that I don't see broken. All right. I would tell you right now, turn off your fucking pop-up blocker on my website. I don't have ads on the website. You're blocking the pop-up. Oh. Because the data table is so long vertically, I had to put it in a pop-up. Otherwise, on a phone, it would be 50 freaking columns wide. Be right back. Test, test, test. There we go. My headset. I walked out of range and my headset shut off. Okay, so the MySQL, the Excel tables that we use, the way they call a column and the way a real database calls a column, two different worlds. And so the way we want to see things in these tables, see, like I've got the 6 top war books here, right? But if you look down in here, there's more stuff that I'm asking you. Same thing in the stats. I only show you 6 because 60% of the people that go to the website are phone users. So the screen is only this big. I can't put all the information on the screen at one time. So I made a pop-up so that you can go and that fits nicely on your screen. You go down and you enter your data. All right. So your pop-up blocking is what the problem is. So let me go to, let me get that out of there. And we'll edit the page for the how-to. Did that fix turning off your pop-up blocker? Because I didn't even think about it until just now. But that's why we do these things. See, I learn things too. We're doing well. I think I'm the biggest guy in UaC, but I'm not spending any money, so it really doesn't matter. Hold on. There's our UaC right now. We're 30,000 points ahead. Long ways to go, though. 30,000 points can be closed. You like to be like 115, 120,000 points ahead, but turn off your pop-up blockers for this website. It shouldn't be considering it. There's no ad in there. Matter of fact, there's no ads on the website. I got rid of the ads. Your email's got nothing to do with it. The email has zero to do with it. Were you even logged into the website? Okay, here's the thing, Ethan. All right. I had about 60 people that paid the $1.99, and I deleted their accounts because they got caught up in when I was upgrading one piece of software and another piece of software. I went in there and deleted about 3,000 people because the software told me you hadn't logged in 6 months. So I'm freezing here. I'm trying to find the right remote to turn my heat on. There we go. Sitting at my desk, got 3 remotes just to control stuff around here. Okay, so for KR we did. Everybody that came after me had an 8,000 freaking top stat. 7 billion accounts. We were up against the most elite freaking. It just wasn't accidental. It's been this every KR. The So either they haven't fixed the KR matchup system yet, or they're not gonna fix the KR matchup system. Uh, the audio stream's current bit rate is 0, lower than. What the hell? That's because it was 0 because I wasn't sending any audio because my headphones cut off. Okay, so your other account was deleted. All right. Make sure I'm not broadcasting this. I'm trying to stop outrunning. Look, I got the little luck liberal fucking world. The world's all, oh, woe-is me. The world sucks. You have money and it's all your fault. I I I had to outrun the trolls in this kingdom in order to build this project. Okay, so that I had a place to shoot video and do some testing from. Okay, so Kingdom 5, you're seeing the results of what we're starting to do. We're starting to take the application of what we learned in the game and apply it on the website. All right. So that there's 400,000 people who go through the website. The people who come through the YouTube and it's nothing compared to what goes through the website. The website's huge, but most people just want to look and lurk at the website. Since I now got a paywall in there, they can't lurk anymore. If they want information to be relevant, they've got to at least log in for free. Oh, that's fine. I got your name there. Hold on, I'm digging it up. Uh, that's why I made sure I didn't have this on the screens because hold on. Uh, tell you what, Ethan, log into your original account that you paid with. Go over to the forums and send me a note. It says account issues that I most likely created. It's not even most likely. I know I created that problem. Yeah, just say something in there, and from there I can fix the problem. What I need to do is get in here and fix some of these menu issues for you guys. What do I got going on? Why is my screen flashing red? Oh yeah, somebody who's irrelevant to life has to be noticed. Uh, you know, if I put the guy on block, I don't even want to see a scout report. I usually don't care because everybody wants a scout report, but just to annoy him. He can't even see me anyway. He's so low. My tower's up. I'm in no hurry for C44. The C44s you're seeing, we watched a C44 get built from the ground up in 2 weeks, which is an impossible thing to do. You can't buy the packs. You're limited to how fast you can buy certain packs, including speed up packs. Uh, the only packs you're not limited to is buying gold. So somebody would have to go in there and just literally drop $35,000 in an old kingdom that nobody cares about. They didn't have a huge KVK team. And he was a C44 who had never killed a single troop, ever. All right. So if I go to forums, all right, I'm in this topic. Fuck, man, I'm just going to refund your money, you little fucking Biden troll. Okay, but the thing is, you should have been able to put it in for free anyway. Hold on. Let me get you fixed up here. That says you're a silver member. That's the problem here is there's no problem. Dark. You talking about Dark Mystic? No, Dark Mystic, he ain't cheating. Dark Mystic spends money. Well, that fucking feature doesn't work worth a shit. All right. No, Dark Mystic spends not only money on his account, but he pays for his team. No, Dark Mystic is not who I'm talking about. Dark Mystic wasn't even. It's he lagged behind these guys built 44s out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Wait a second. Emperor Void was who I clicked on here. I thought you told me you were fireman. Pedro. Manila. K344. Yeah, once you guys enter your stats, then the top raters button over here. Once you've entered your stats in there, we do some magical math. And then I had to create this power rating button in order to build the calculator portion. And what the power rating is because there's a difference between an odd level tier like T11s and T12s, or T9s and T10s, or T7s and T8s. And so I had to determine your power level to determine the balance between the two tiers that we're going to promote. If you've got if you've got an above average power level, we will put more into the bigger tier if it's an even tier than we would if the bigger tier is an odd tier. I hope that makes sense. If you've got T10s and a really good power, and you had if you were the Hulk guy, and you're telling me you had T10s, okay, we would put more troops into T10s than we would into T9s. But if you're down here in the CEIDW guy, I would put more troops are going to wind up in your T9s than in your T10s. And the reason being is from that it's the war books is the reason. Okay. War books on even tiers have conditional damage. That damage only exists if your stats are superior on average to the players you're hitting. So we don't want you throwing a bunch of troops that don't have damage when you can add guaranteed damage to a troop that's lower tier. And we'll show you the math when I do the calculator. Well, we're not going to show you the formula, but I'm going to show you the end results to where like your T9s are bringing so much damage and your T10s are bringing so much damage. Okay. And you'll see that your base T9s are bringing damage in that your base T10s are not. It's complicated. We're weighting tables. We're using weighted math when weighted math is designed for a known outcome. Like if you're grading tests and you get, like 10% of your grade belongs to homework and 30% of your grade belongs to the essay questions and the rest is the actual tests for your class, well, then you know what the 100, 100, 100 is, and then it's a weighted grade. All right. A lot of schools do that. So they teach you. That's the reason I'm using that thing is I've seen them do that stuff where they teach grades like that. But I don't know what the weighted outcome is. So it becomes an educated guess on what the weighted outcome is going to be. Is what's up high. Okay, my mind got you confused here. Okay. I wish I could duplicate. All right, hold on. Let me turn that off. So Upriver Void is the one you paid for, right? Let me go inside and look at that account very specifically. Because I see you've got... The site says you're a silver member, but it wouldn't matter if you're a free member or a silver member. You get to put your stats in as a free member. I'm not charging people for using all the stuff. The only thing that people get charged for is where damage is involved. You would, like I said, the complicated unknown of that math is what I'm charging you the $2 for, because it's hard for me. So I'm if I'm gonna freaking do it, I'm gonna make sure you all roll is a subscriber. Try it now, Emperor. On your Emperor Void one. They updated this software that's controlling the paid memberships, and I've had a little grief in the last couple of days. I used to do the paperwork stuff, Eric, but it's designed to just throw people out of the system. Uh, I mean, I can tell you where you what question you got there. I can tell you where to go, what to do. The There is no help with the VA. I can promise you that. You got too many vets out there telling everybody about what a great job the VA is doing, but they don't go to the VA. They do a great job of turning around and declaring that they got health insurances for tax purposes, and they don't want to go see a doctor, so they don't. All right. So I know what the problem was. Let me see if anybody else has that freaking problem. Okay, let's look at silver members. Do I have all 137 people here? What the fuck? Fuck, I can't tell. I fixed the password reset problem. I've had that password reset problem for over a year and a half, and it was a typo that was in the form letter. I literally was missing a left caret to because I put some styling in there and I forgot one character in the entire email and it was preventing the passwords from being reset. So I just found that problem. I honestly didn't care because before, when you sign up to the website, who cared? I mean, there was no money involved. But the minute I started charging people, I know it's only $2, but at that point, I don't want you to have problems. I actually give a shit. Uh, hmm. I need to. You know what I need to do is I need to look at your account again. I know the change fixed. Hey, wow. I should see if Emperor can freaking. Okay. So, let's go to silver memberships. Change role. Ooh, that's dangerous. I'm fucking everybody's shit up. All right. I'm not building any more new castles and new kingdoms. Look, I get it. They're changing stuff in new kingdoms. I expect you guys on the forums to help the new players out. In order for me to move on and help people that are playing the game for more than a year and a half, 2 years, to build these tools that are powerful to help with strategies and to build that kind of content, I can't keep going backwards and helping new players build new castles. There is a dozen freaking new YouTubers out there. They have got to stop reading the patch notes as if anybody gives a shit on film. They need to start analyzing what works, what doesn't work. Uh, they've got tools over here, but most of them are like most freaking left wingers, like, oh my God, we can't like GunMuse. He's better than me. I'm, I was here first. I pioneered. But there's also a reality of being a pioneer. You're going to be the fucker taking arrows. The, you know, there's lots of setbacks to what we do around here. Yeah, the claim due to lack of information and records. I will tell you right now, when you're filing a claim, okay, you cannot believe what you see in the website where somebody's going to come in there and help you finish your claim. That person does not exist. By law, they are limited to 4 hours on your account. So if you've got a claim that you're filing, you had better, the claim needs to be like you're talking to a kindergartner when you're talking to the VA. All right? Because remember, Government workers don't tend to be the highest paid people on the planet because they're so valuable. They're the highest paid people because the government just said that we need to be paying people more money. They're there to do a job, and that job is not to get you money. Their job is to make sure you don't get money. The government has become its own insurance company. All right, it's there to deny claims. So when you're filling out that claim, you need to have the record, the notes, and point, this is why this is, and write and state it as that. The my leg hurts because the grenade ripped it off. You cannot turn around and expect them to go read your medical chart and say, well, he's missing a leg, so we must approve this claim. The I've dealt with claims where it took 7 years for a guy who couldn't walk for the VA to acknowledge that he couldn't walk. The and even in my stuff, they don't the I've been sitting in here doing this YouTube thing for now 3 years, but since 2013 I hadn't actually worked. I owned some companies, and then I got rid of those, and then the VA still telling themselves that I'm working. I don't know what income I'm making, but apparently I'm doing it. No, I'm not the only 40, and I'm not the only 41 in 592. We got the troll. All he did was build a shell. Yeah, freaking Age of Empires 2. Man, I didn't know you could still play that on a computer. Hold on. I'm squirreling on something else that's going on. New Mexico. Dude, it's not hard to find me. I was a National Deputy Chief of Staff of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. My information's out there. The GunMuse is not a gaming tag. It's a company I built from the ground up in the early 2000s. I built one of the first search engines. While a lot of that information's been scrubbed from the net, it's still up there on the things like the Wayback Machine and stuff. You can still find all that stuff out. We were up and alive before Google became a publicly traded company. One of the problems with this YouTube channel was I built this account before Google bought them. YouTube wasn't originally owned by Google. Google didn't build YouTube. They bought YouTube. Uh, I had this account in the year 2007 when they first went live, and I was like all anticipating this stuff. But then by that time, I was so pissed off at the gun industry, I didn't give a shit anymore. The Is there a way to do them all at once? Uh-oh, don't do that. I grew up in Kansas, and the yeah, I grew up in Kansas, and Kansas City is one of the big veteran sponsors. So we got to understand that part of my job is to go out and fetch money from big corporations, and sports teams is one of them, for veteran stuff, right? The And then so yeah, you always see me at the Kansas City games and the Royals games, the Chiefs and the Royals, and that's because the national headquarters for VFW is in Kansas City. We're at in Kansas. Down in Garnett, Kansas, we used to own Mid-American Sky Sports when I lived in Kansas. Owned a skydive drop zone. Shawnee. Yeah, that's what they're. Shawnee's got one of the large gun distributors. Yeah. One of the most expensive wholesale distributors at that. Yeah. Not a place I like to shop. Not that I do that anymore. I don't do that shit anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Grew up in Burlington. Actually, out in the middle of freaking nowhere. Yeah. I'm a big fan of CC firearms. Uh. Oh, excuse me. Uh. Yeah. CZ makes some of the world's best uh, Africanized rifles. Odd bore, big bore shit. You know, 9x25, 9 by 125 shit. You know, just crap no one's ever heard of. The they still make one of the side by side rifles for hunting in Africa. Yeah. Yeah. While we're sitting here doing this talking, I'm going in here and cleaning up these silver members. Oh, Emperor Void's problem showed other issues. And definitely need to clean it up now before it gets out of fucking control. And there's so much of this content management software that is publicly available to everybody, and people do not realize it is written at the lowest common denominator level. By that, I mean the guy who's writing the software doesn't know what he's doing and doesn't care that it doesn't work properly. Yeah. I'm having to, instead of just turning, I got 137 people I need to update. So instead of just going in there and clicking all 137 and doing it all at once, I got to scroll through this pagination and load the database, all because some software writer decided that he's going to save me server power somewhere. I got the server power. I don't need him to save me from shit. The and then it's fucking glitching too on top of that. Okay, so let's get these last couple people in here. See, there's something messed up. But it ain't got shit to do with me. All right, what we're doing here, guys, if you're going to new kingdoms, you're going to have to realize just how much stuff you got for free from the older kingdoms. Even if you go to an older kingdom, you got to do the grinding now. So I spend all day, every day, because I'm not running a bot. I got this thing open just like I got it for here for the live while I'm doing my other work, getting this stuff done. And so when I see people who are outperforming me, it ain't hard to figure out they're botting things like this. The game wanted to slow people down, but the thieves didn't care. They're outperforming everybody because they're on 24/7 on botting software. We got guys in here that are running freaking bots, and for hundreds of farms. Yeah, and it ain't just going out and plucking stuff. I mean, these bots now, you can go out there and have them kill threats all freaking day long. More than one than the other. The meat shield calculators and the troop train calculators uh, are going to start telling you what more of than the other. Fuck, did I just lose against that damn? Fuck, I lost against all of them. What I need to do is train more damn troops. Look, you don't want to get too far ahead building a whole bunch of troops that you use in combat without having your meat shield there first. Because the troops you're going to use in combat are expensive. And so you don't want to be out there uh, building up a $2,000 account of frickin' troops, whether it be time or money or math or whatever however you're doing it. Uh, oh, there we go. So I go in here and here. Well, one, you see me speed up. Well, first of all, I'm doing that partially for my dailies. Okay, so you need your dailies every day because you get the 30 guard banners, and then you get the coins, and that stuff adds up over the course of a month. You know, that's 30 a day. You know, that's 1,000 guard banners a month for free if you just get all your dailies done, right? And finishing a batch of troops every day is a big chunk of that daily math. What the fuck? Why is that only 2,800 troops? Oh, I avoided a capacity thing on my talent. Okay, I remember doing that now. I did it on purpose. I was trying to. I didn't avoid any training speed ups, but I avoided because we can continuous train now. I don't care about my batches being so incredibly big. Look at this shit. Hey, yep, there you go. And as you can tell, you guys, some people think I'm crazy. You watched me switch out of my gear on screen, and then they start this. This is the third time during this live that they do that. This is how YouTube obsessed some of these people are, that they think they're better human beings in life, and therefore somebody they perceive as a lesser person, i.e. me, is not only deserving to be harassed, it's a requirement of their fucking livelihood. 24/7. This has been going on for 4 years, 3 years now. They never stop. Uh, I feel bad for them. I don't know what's broken in their world, but something most definitely is. Uh, and they stay says like, well, this is fun. This is great. No, it ain't. This is an obsession. I'm not the game, and I'm not going to let you win. So I don't know why you think I'm the game. I don't know where they think they're winning. It doesn't matter to me one way or another what they do. They think it does. They go into KC and they brag and they're like, "Oh, we got it." I don't know where they're getting it from. They've literally deluded themselves, and it's not just one person. It's like 4 or 5 that are living in a delusion of victory that doesn't exist. The It's that same mindset, you know. In 100 years, we're going to lower the Earth's temperature 1 degree. But the temperature outside shifted 30 degrees from last night to today. And it doesn't comprehend on anybody that the daily temperature moves 30, 40 degrees per day. But they're talking about how they're going to affect the temperature from 100 years for the low, low price of all your money. And for some reason, it used to be only 20% of the population was dumb enough to believe that play on your fear of survival, which is what that is. You know, the Earth's going to die, so fuck it. You know, get mine now. But that 20% is now up to 30%. Yeah, more and more people are believing stuff that they don't even see. I don't know about that. Uh, reality is people slow played more than they thought. Okay. From what I saw, very, very, very few people gave a rat's ass about Russian to C-44. Who cares? Uh, the thing about T-13, since I've been doing the calculators, is if you, in any combat fight, if the power is 20% above yours, you're going to lose, period, end of story. That's just the way their math breaks down. The T12 to T13 jump is more than 20% in base stats alone. So to assume that a T13 carrying castle was going to have crappy stats, that isn't going to happen, right? That's not going to be a reality. And you would have to be more than 20% on your show stats from a T12 to a T13's. So somebody would have to be, say, a 6,000 top stat while you're a 10,000 T12 stat to beat them, just because of base stat numbers. Uh, that's why I did the video Math and Other Fucking Problems, to explain base stat math, right? Dude. I'm still doing a bunch of these. Yeah, there's no predicting. It's right now we're costing them money, and that's all they really care about. Uh, and if they don't knock off the bullshit with stealing money, I'm going to go back to a beat on a fucking program where I cost them more customers. The month of January, they went in and unfucked themselves quite a bit. They went in there and they fixed everything that I asked them to fix. Probably with a complete set of disgust. Fine, now he's got nothing to bitch about. Probably was. I bet that was said in a boardroom somewhere. The But the reality is, I shouldn't have had anything to bitch about to begin with. They're the ones collecting $500 million. To not to completely ignore, I can't imagine as a company me paying for a customer support system and not giving a fuck what goes on inside of it. There should be a report that winds up on somebody's desk every fucking day that says this was the number one complaint today. The and when it's and you can't turn around and says, and part of the complaint was this person trolled me and that person trolled me. If that's the number one complaint, then that's the number one reason people are going to quit playing your fucking game. It's not me. It's not your stats. It's not anything else. People pay to play for a game to get away from free players who treat us like we are the game. You see the trolls in here. They're not paying anything. They're fully entertained on my nickel. They're enjoying it. They're telling themselves in a fantasy world that they're winning something that they don't win. They're under some delusion that they're aggravating me. And the aggravation of me is their victory. I spent like 3 months in here just acting mad and pissed off in the game just for the simple purposes of letting them act like bigger assholes, give them somebody else. What was sad is they somehow gained steam in the world of people who made up. It's like, Muse is always killing us. Could you please share that report with me? That started becoming like, please go ahead, post that report. Oh, you never did get attacked by me. But now it's become the rumor. That's lovely. We love rumors. Fuck facts, right? All right. So you got recruitment types. Oops. That's done on your free side stuff, right? How recruit, so recruitment max. Why isn't that button maxed out? I mean, why would I want anything less than max? What would I be saving a blue or green guard for? It's a ridiculous freaking button to begin with. This is where we talk about frustration in the games, in that that button's ridiculous. Why would I want anything less than max? And why do I need this button if I'm telling them to dispose of my stuff every day? Just put the crap in the damn bags. Because their dailies are taking way too fucking long, right? Uh, if it takes 4 days out of your life to do a daily game for free, you need a McDonald's application. That's why they're turning around doing the Big Mac thing. They're actually trying to use the joke. Everybody jumped on the joke on it the other day. I said, all right, I got the way to fix your seat. Lost King come in and thought he was sucker hitting me the other day, right? I only got the one march, as you see. So I sent the one march at him slow, dragging wagons, dragging the freaking artillery, the whole 9 yards. And he starts doing this little rapid speed up because he's going to hit what's left in my castle. T3s and below. Nothing but meat shield left in there. Little meat shield. I had T3s and below. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I had that report. Manage, delete all. Yes. There it is. There's our little buddy in there telling everybody just what a wonderful C41 he is, right? Battle details. He killed 284,000. Here's his troops. He brought some T12s, 11s. He brought a little mix of everything, whatever trash he had, against my T3s. Woo! And I got kills with my T3s. Meat shielding works. I'm showing you the stat report right there. Kills. Kills. There's my, really build up your artillery? Well, my T2 artillery killed 112 of his troops. Right? And let's go back up here and remember one thing. All my stuff just went to the hospital. I got free holy water out of that deal. Yeah. So, claim. Donate to the Alliance. Oh, I've been trying to kill threats. They've been kicking my ass. I wasn't paying attention. I was losing freaking troops. reality is to sit down and build up my troops cost effectively. It takes some time. I'll spend 4 or 5 hours uh, going back up to 1 billion power, right? Because I'm not going to go build a bunch of troops that I don't need for what I plan to do next. Uh, there's a finite investment in this stuff, and the other thing is that I do have to get in here and get website stuff done for you guys, right? But part of that's playing a game. One of the big things that guys get suckered into, the meat shields on the website, man. Actually, some of the meat shields on the website, and the meat shield's about to change, not in the numbers that you guys see, but how I build the meat shield is going to change. Uh, we've got some new math that we want to address in the meat shield, but the way I built the tables the first time, because I was just putting them back up, and the way I built them the first time didn't allow me to go in there and change the numbers easily. Literally, it was 144 scripts that I have to go edit. So the next time I'm going in there and I'm building a control table to control the table, so that I can go in there and just change 8 or 9 variables, and then the 144 things change. Uh, that's one of the reasons the player versus player calculator has been delayed. Is I saw that problem where we put the meat shield out, and Guns of Glory did change some of the meat shield numbers. It's built, just build 50, 60,000 and things. Get started on it. Uh, Basically, what you want to do with the meat shield is make sure that people can't throw trash at you. There, Eric. If I turn around as a C30 and just throw this march that I just been throwing at these towers, which is a trash march, and I lose, I should have lost because you built a proper formation. But if you're sitting in a tower with an improper formation, then it becomes a stat war. And then the guys who think they're brilliantly in their deductions, like, you've got to have money to win this game, or you could use your fucking brain, but they're not interested in using their brain. They're interested in telling everybody that money's the evil of the planet. We cannot go a fucking week without some fucking person without money telling us how bad money is. So they must be the best people ever because they never have anything to show for it. Meanwhile, they're playing a game for free for 40 hours a week and not working a job. The I got my speed ups. I got my airships. To get my curiosity. There you go, my stuff out here. Okay. Ugh. All right. This is the last of these people. Silver members. I'm gonna have to find some other way to deal with this shit. This is. If I gotta go fix these other 500 people. Participants. Silver member. All right. And then Roger Raiders, visit site. So, down over how, actually they're up here too, free members, artillery meat shield. That tells you the numbers based on your March cap of what should be in your castle. Bare minimum at any given time. The whole point to this is when you get your formation's going to leave stuff behind so that when somebody speed hits you, they hurt. Man, badges drop all over the place. I haven't bought badges in 5 months. I'm selling badges for my airship upgrade. It's not as bad as it used to be. That may be the problem that I have with that with what you're talking about there, Michael. Is it used to be much fucking worse. All right. So the reason the infantry and the cavalry meat shields are not up is because I'm changing the style of math that I'm using to develop those. It'll be the same answers, but I need to be able to. Since we brought the meat shield out, uh, you just saw the artillery and the stuff like doing that. Why do we care? If we're in the star system, Mike, then it doesn't matter that you don't have mark badges. Mark badges you get on KVK day. That I get a lot of marquee badges from. Hold on. I don't know how many I have. I don't even know. I know I'm a long ways away from it. Upgrade. I have 94 of 600 for C42. I will get 10, 20 more. I mean, but you got to understand that they have decided those marquee badges are worth $10 for 5 of them or some shit, isn't it? It's some ridiculous fucking price. Yeah, $10 for 5 of them. So as far as they're concerned, they gave me $500. I didn't earn it. I didn't win it. They gave it to me. You got to understand their philosophy on this stuff. So we all do. Look, yeah, okay. So I mean, so 600 of them. Uh, what's that? $1,200. Did I do that right? Yeah, $1,200 for a castle. I cannot help it that I'm more patient than you are, Mike. I'm not in any hurry. As long as they don't go back to screwing around with the KVK math, then shouldn't be a problem. Well, most people hate math. That's one of the reasons we're building the stuff on we had the calculators before. They were, for lack of a better word, a dumb calculator. We just gave you a general area, and we just tell you it's a starting point. The start manipulating from there. Now it's a little more complicated than it used to be. We got way more variables. Hey, Mike, How many war books do you have? I can tell you guys right now, war books and the new research in the library is the better place to spend money than marquee badges. So it's $1,200 to go to C42 if you're going to buy all those badges, right? And then it's, well, it doubles from there, right? So you're going to go from $1,200 to 24 for C43, and you don't even get your T13s until you get to C44. So you're talking about spending $8,000 building up a castle, but have you done the other stuff first? But how many do you have so far? I have 70, and it's not enough. I have 74. It's not enough. Matter of fact, I was dinking around with my trash marches and using all 74 of my war books with my trash marches. As you can see, I got war books down in T1s, T3s, T5s on my infantry. Yeah. Okay. Let me go in here. Now, in your war machine, how much of this research you got done over here? And see, I'm a long ways away from that. It's not enough. To be a tower leader, you need 90. To be a properly built tower leader, you're going to need 90 books. And we're going to get into that. That's one of the reasons we're asking you this information on the website, is so that one of the things that's going to happen once you start putting your stats in there is I know where your stuff is, and then I'm going to tell you based on the march that you're selecting, your war book should be over here instead of here. If you're gonna favor that kind of march, okay, and then I'm going to know by your damage number you need to be doing this, 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 and this next. So you're asking me when are they going to give me this, when are they going to give me that? I'm working on it. Okay, to where we turn around and we remind you, hey, you need this stuff from New World. Go play New World today. That kind of stuff. So don't forget. Don't forget crap, right? So I'm in here playing UaC because I actually need stuff as a C41 from UaC. And it's this stuff right here, right? It's going to take me 379 of these damn books to upgrade this one more level. That's where the math is. 267 there. Working on it, Ian. Every time I have farted with the paid membership software, it has cost me just shit dearly. I mean, I deleted 60 people the last time. I just look in there, and some of these guys, I just took everybody in the silver membership. I just changed their role to silver only. I need to make sure that the free people are free only, and then I've got to clean up the thing. Yes, it's going to be a $19 per year deal coming, but the software guy has not given me assurances that I'm not going to fuck something up doing that. Uh, he keeps telling me how easy it is to go in there, click this, and update everything all at once, and it's not fucking easy. Uh, Most websites they deal with, they may have 20 pages on them. Uh, I've got close to 140 stinking pages in there that we got to deal with. So yeah, I'm working on it. Uh, that's the other reason I'm not in a hurry building my castle back up right now is well, hold on, Ian. We'll just hold on. I'm not. Uh, let's go do that now. Let's see how bad that'll fuck it up. This is supposed to be the new soft. Okay, memberships. Hold on, I'm going to build it here in a second. Check to add. Nope. All right. And yes. Form role default. Okay. Try it now there, Ian. There is an annual. Well, what the fuck? Maybe there isn't. Membership level added successfully. And how come you're not showing it to me? Oh, there it is. And yeah, we got a lot of crap that we gotta get done. The top ranking leaderboard thing was definitely a big deal. Like I said, you got to remember that you're asking me how many troops to put in a formation. I have to be able to convert your damage number to a troop number. There's no direct correlation between those numbers. There is, but it's not direct. Yeah. And there'll be some tinkering with those formations, of course. Like I said, they'll turn around and throw a random number in there at some point. I'm certain of it. That would be, if their goals to disrupt things, I guarantee you they're going to try and throw a random number in there on me at some point. Well, guys, it's 1 in the morning here, and as Ian pointed out, I need to actually work on my business, get this shit up to snuff. Uh, I appreciate everybody coming out. Ian, were you able to find that by refreshing the page? Let me see. You know what? I don't even know if it actually. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I can't find the page myself. Uh, the, so I'm not sure what it did. Oh, well, I hand built that page. That's why. Okay, so I need to go to edit page. I damn sure don't want to do this in fucking block mode. I can't see shit in block mode. edit. Copy. And we're going to hyperlink that and paste. Oops. Control Z. I don't know what the fuck you just did. Oh my gosh. Hyperlink. Paste. There we go. How about I delete that crap? And hyperlink. And update. Do. Now I'm going to go to view page. Now if I can find my lashing. There's that. That's the $19 a year version. I hadn't been real keen about getting more people into the paid system because I really want the other YouTubers, influencers, to be the ones signing people up, not me. The whole point was to build a place where you could go to get information and where you could throw $2 into the pot and pay these people to go out there and do it because this game's expensive. The big difference between me and the other guys who hate me is I can afford to make mistakes and find problems and stuff and just throw more money at the problem. They can't. Uh, the and I've been doing it for years before I built a payment system. So uh, view all members. Let me get in here. So I think I got the password reset fixed. We got the 19. I got to make a prettier page for the sales page. I had a really pretty page for the sales page. It's one of the first things I did was I said I wanted a good looking checkout page. Son of a bitch, man. The software that made the nice pretty page would just screw up every 3 days randomly, just without me editing it. It just would blow up. So I'd had enough of that. The other issue that I have is there's two different types of software running bonded together. One's called the Buddy Press, which allows you to build your friends in your groups and keep your alliance together in a group. You can set up a private group for your alliance, right? Bring them in, kick them out. You're in control of your group. If you're a silver member, you can build a private group. All right. So you've got a place where people are notified by me so that they don't have to hand you their private personal information. All right. I don't like Line and I don't like Discord because, oh, could you get somebody to invite me to that room? Oh yeah, add me as a friend over here, and your information gets into this matrix of being shared, where we've had incidents, where we've seen people get threatened, you know, because the information they shared, people are out there savvy at freaking data mining. The they'll go out there, they'll look up your Facebook, they'll look up, especially if you're one of these social butterflies, uh, you can get yourself into trouble. And so the whole point was to get off that system. That I don't know where the Chinese took control over private communication, but that's what Line and Discord is. That's why it's required to talk to us via Line or Discord. I got Guns of Glory guys who's like, well, could you come and talk to us on Discord? No, sure won't. Won't do it. In order to talk to them on Discord, I would have to turn off my security software that monitors my CPU and things trying to attach itself to it, and I'm not doing it. So that's where we're at with that. As soon as I get Ian taken care of here. I did. Oh, fuck you, goddamn YouTube. I love that little interruption when you click on the link. Do you really want to leave YouTube? I have a certified fucking site. They're not supposed to be doing that. Little bitches. Now, man, Ian, any chance you're using Apple Pay? I don't know if Apple Pay works. I saw, I've got Google Pay working now. I've got the Microsoft Pay working. And the only one I haven't been able to verify that works is Apple Pay. Yeah, because I don't collect that kind of data on people's devices. Not individually. I know how many Apple users come to the website, but I don't know if you're using an Apple when you come to the website. I could, but I don't want to. All right, so I see Ian is logged in. Oh, there we go. All taken care of, man. All right, Ian. Let me know. If there's problems, man, go into the forums and let me know. You're not publicly humiliating me. If one person has a complaint, 1,000 had the same complaint. They just didn't want to say something. So use the forums, go in there, start a topic. I'm paying attention to it, And I'm focused on getting this self-sustaining to where you guys can help each other. Uh, you know, it's not hard to tell if somebody's a silver member. That means that somebody's monetarily committed to being better. Sorry, no. No, for what? I see you're done. It shows me you upgraded. You know what? It shows me that you got a free membership. Hold on here. All right, man. I don't know why. I watched you do it. Do 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 do. And this is why I didn't have it up there. But your silver membership's active now, Ian. Oh, sorry, no to Apple Pay. Well, you were. Well, I'm glad I looked at your account because you were stuck on free membership as well, anyway, and you shouldn't have been. Uh, I don't know what's going on with that. But that's why I didn't have the 1999 deal put in there already. So I will go troubleshoot that right this second and figure out why it didn't upgrade. I saw you do everything. You did everything right on your end. The All right, boss. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody.